just about any time of year, you can find people enjoying the White Mountains. Whether taking on the thrill of mountain bike trails or hiking through serene woods, it can be a perfect escape.
The White Mountains are a destination for people both locally, in the region, nationally, internationally. They are very popular. And of course, this summer they've been even more popular as people are looking for ways to get outdoors.
But did you ever wonder, how did these trails get here? Why do they seem so clean and open? The answer, a lot of hard work.
Here in the White Mountains, there's roughly 1,500 miles of hiking trails, and it's maintained by a variety of different land managers and organizations.
For hundreds of years, dedicated workers have built and maintained what many people take for granted. And a few years ago, this massive effort turned to a collaboration.
There's no way that any one organization could do all of this mileage by themselves in the way that trail work is currently done.
What you're looking at is a solution to that.
1, 2, 3, left.
This is heavy-duty stone trail work at the popular Glen Ellis Falls. The project is thanks to a group known as the White Mountain Trail Collective.
So the mission of the Trails Collective is to help all of the trail crews and the trails in the White Mountains.
A few years ago, the dozens of trail groups decided to work together on some of the bigger projects. The White Mountain Trail Collective pools resources to do that.
We help provide funding, organize crews, design and build projects to add capacity to what our partners are already able to do.
In the first couple years, the collective has already tackled some major projects around the Mount Washington Valley with professional trail workers, from Crawford Path to Cranmore, Cathedral Ledge, and the Glen Ellis Falls Trail. The collective not only coordinates crews, it can raise money and organize volunteer days, hoping people who love to hike these areas appreciate it's a team effort to keep them going.
A lot of folks, you head out into the woods and you go for a hike and you think that it's just a path through the woods and it's kind of always been there, and some of them have been there for an extraordinarily long time. But without trail maintenance, those paths disappear very quickly.
Meantime, in other parts of the state, idle ski trails sit waiting for snow. But it doesn't mean it stays quiet. They too need regular maintenance. And midsummer and early fall means it's time to hit the slopes for something else.
As soon as that grass starts growing, we got to start thinking about mowing.
Tim Smith is GM at Waterville Valley, where they have 240 acres of trail mowing. They mow once a season on the main mountain and 3 times here on the disc golf course, often on very steep terrain.
When you're coming back down the hill and you start looking down at where you're going, that's where some of the fear can come in.
But he's got the right machine for the job. A special tractor sold by a duo you might not expect in heavy machinery. Gina and Doug Beach sell tractors.
I always say to everybody, every girl's dream is to sell equipment.
Their company, AB New England, based in Alstead, sells these Swiss-made mowers designed for steep and sometimes scary hills.
Basically, if you're not terrified at times, you're a fool.
The Beaches have sold tractors to several local ski areas, but they're also used at town dumps and dams. Basically anywhere really steep grassy terrain needs to be maintained. For example, if brush on a ski slope isn't cut each year, it can impact the terrain in winter.
The trees growing up, the little saplings, those little pucker brushes, will end up getting caught in the snow, and as you ski through the snow, they can pop up out of the snow and they can grab your ski.
Look out, pucker brush. After a quick tutorial, I found out firsthand what slope mowing in a tractor is like. Somehow it seems downhill on 2 wooden planks is still easier. But no worries, if you don't want to drive the mower, you might like the latest in slope mowing technology. This is the Spider, a remote-controlled mower with a lot of cutting power on steeps up to a 55-degree angle.
It does a good job of keeping the operator safe. In other words, you're not putting anybody at risk when you run this.
And they can mow around tight spaces, like under solar panels. Whether it's with robots or really steep places, the beaches love these ups and downs and have no plans to cut this short anytime soon.
Everybody says, when are you two going to retire? It's like never. They're just going to carry me out.